Today, I'd like to continue on in 2 Kings chapter 5, today doing the phase 1 for verse 7. So, let's look at this in the English translations. As I've been doing previously, I'm going to concentrate on the NIV on the left, the International Children's Bible in the middle, and the Easy English on the right. And I have a couple of other sources I'll look at if we need that. Mostly, I lean on the International Children's Bible and the Easy English, since they have this kind of simple grammatical structure that I want. You could substitute another more literal translation for NIV, like English Standard, and you can also look at a whole bunch of translations at once if you want. Like there's this very useful BibleHub.com website where you can see a verse in many translations. So let's look at verse 7. As soon as the king of Israel read the letter, he tore his robes and said, okay, so that's enough for now. So in this sentence, it's written as one sentence, but we're probably going to break that up. So International Children's Bible says, the king of Israel read the letter, then he tore his clothes to show how upset he was. Okay, that is very good, and I may just use that. The Easy English says, when the king of Israel read the letter, he tore his clothes. So you notice that the literal text is tore his clothes. So if we add this information about that he was upset, we should probably do that as implicit information. Okay, so let's start out with the king of Israel read the letter. Okay, or we could do it like Easy English. When the king of Israel read the letter, that's what we really mean by the as soon as, or after. Really, we should say after. We can't say as soon as in our ontology, but we can say after. After the king of Israel read the letter, he tore his clothes. Or should we say the king of Israel read the letter, then he tore his clothes. Pretty much the same thing. I'll say it after. That seems to be probably the more original text. And note that we already said in verse 6, Naaman brought the letter to the king of Israel. So it knows that. Left bracket. Cap, after the king of Israel read the letter, right bracket, the king of Israel tore that king apostrophe S clothes. Period. The king of Israel tore that king apostrophe S clothes, left bracket, in order to show that that king was upset. Double right bracket, period. Left bracket. Left paren, implicit hyphen info, right paren. Okay, so what I've done is I've expressed the more literal text as a sentence. After the king of Israel read the letter, the king of Israel tore that king's clothes, which will end up being tore his clothes. The king of Israel tore his clothes in order to show that he was upset. Okay, so this is implicit info, so it would be included in a children's Bible, but probably not in an adult Bible, unless they choose to add this kind of thing. But I think it's useful because, in our day and age, I mean, why would people tear their clothes? Seems pretty strange. This is cultural implicit information. In the other cases, we made it situational. I could have said the king of Israel did that thing in order to show that he was upset. I'm thinking that it's better to be more explicit, that he tore his clothes in order to show that he was upset. Okay, so let's go back to the English translations. Let's see what translation for translators said. When he arrived in Samaria, he gave the letter to the king of Israel. Well, we already said he went to the king of Israel. The king read the letter, then being very dismayed, he tore his clothes and said, so and so. Okay. RHQ, I don't know what that means. Okay. So, he said, am I God? Now, this is a case of what we call a rhetorical question. A rhetorical question is something you express as a question, which isn't really a question. Everybody is supposed to know the answer, and you're just making a statement in the form of a question. In other words, he's not expecting anyone to answer, no, you're not God. And we don't use rhetorical questions in TBTA, or at least we try not to. So you notice in the International Children's Bible it says, he said, I'm not God. So see, it changed that rhetorical question to a statement. And Easy English did the same thing. He said, I am not God. So let's do that. And we can give an exclamation point too, because he's emphatic about this. Okay. I'm saying that king here because we've had two kings mentioned in this story. So I'm going to keep using that. That king said, comma, left bracket, open quote. I, no space, left paren, king, right paren, am not God, exclamation point, right bracket. Okay, since we have a multiple sentence quote, well, in any case, the standard way of doing the quotes is have the left bracket first, then the open quote. Since I have an exclamation point, I didn't put a period at the end of this first sentence. Okay, so let's go back and look at the next sentence. Can I kill and bring back to life? Okay, so what he's saying is If I kill someone, can I cause that one to be alive again? Let's see what International Children's Bible says. I can't kill and make alive again. I'm going to express it the way I said, if I kill someone, because the point is he's not saying I can't kill, because certainly he can kill someone. This only makes sense if you combine it with the last part of the sentence. I cannot kill people and then make them alive again. Okay, so I'm going to do it with an if. Left bracket, cap, if I, no space, left paren, king, right paren, kill a person, right bracket, I, no space, left paren, king, right paren, am not able, left bracket, to cause, left bracket, that person to become alive again. Double right bracket, period. Okay, so you see that being able to do something starts a new subordinate clause, and to cause something starts a new subordinate clause. So we have, so there actually should only be two right brackets at the end of this sentence. Okay, I'm not able to cause that person to become alive again. And you could see these kind of things in the ontology. If you go to TBTA and click on ontology on lexicon, ontology, adjectives, then I'm going to do the pull down menu here and click A, able. So there are two senses of able. Able to do something, someone can do something. John is able to meet Mary for lunch. Okay, the first one, there are two senses of able, and I don't really know if it's described very well here. Able, it shows ability to do something. B shows that someone can do something because of the circumstances. So what we want is the first sense of able. He's not able to raise someone from the dead. And if you put it over the usage, the fourth column, it gives you an example at the bottom. John be able, and then in brackets, it has a proposition. John read book. John is able to read that book. Okay, so this form of able can have a clause argument. I don't know if it can be used without that, but it can be used with a clause argument. And I've talked about the verb cause before. Again, that takes a clause argument. So we have able with a clause argument and cause with a clause argument. Okay, so to proceed, let's go back to the English translations. Why does this fellow send someone to me to be cured of his leprosy? Why does this man send someone with a harmful skin disease to me? Easy English says, This man cannot send someone to me so that I can take away his leprosy. Okay, so you might say, is this a rhetorical question or not? I think I'm going to interpret it that way here, like the Easy English did. See, they got rid of that. They made it a statement. This man cannot send someone to me so this literally is not true. I mean, of course, that man can send someone to him. So I'm going to change it. This man should not send this man to me. Or maybe I should say that king so I don't confuse. This man should not send a person to me. I can say that. Okay. This man should not send a person, left bracket, who has a bad skin disease, disease of the skin, very, right bracket, to me, no space, left paren, king, right paren, period. I, no space, left paren, king, right paren, am not able, left bracket, to cause, left bracket, this person to become healthy, double right bracket, period. Left paren, implicit hyphen info, right paren. Okay, so what did I do here? It was implied that the king should not send this person to him because he's not able to heal him. So I added an implicit info sentence. I am not able to cause this person to become healthy. There's always the question of, so I said this person, that would be in sight. This, should it be this man? Well, I guess it was that way in the original, it looks like. I think I'll leave it that way. I could have said that king. Okay, let's go back and see if we've represented the meaning of this accurately enough. Why does this fellow send someone to me to be cured of his leprosy? So it mentions the disease. And he's saying, why does he send him to me? So he's not saying explicitly that that the king doesn't have the ability to cure. International Children's Bible. Why does this man send someone with a harmful skin disease for me to heal? Oh, it did say to be cured. Okay, then here he said, this man cannot send someone to me so that I can take away his leprosy. Okay, so I think I'm going to take away the implicit info here. I think that this is really a necessary part of the sentence. of what was said, that he's not able to cure that person. And that's in the meaning of that he can't send this person to me. He's basically saying, I can't cure him, so this person shouldn't be sending him to me, which is the way I've written it. This man should not send a person who has a very bad disease of the skin to me. I am not able to cause this person to become healthy. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so let's look at the last sentence. See how he is trying to pick a quarrel with me. Okay, so he's saying that that the king of Aram is trying to cause a war, basically. International Children's Bible, you can see that the king of Aram is trying to start trouble with me. And Easy English says, he's trying to have a quarrel with me. So, we don't have, I don't believe, quarrel in the